So instead of doing an intro tune or a funny, witty one-liner, I want to dedicate this intro to a moment of silence for Vine. No one may remember who the heck you are, but man, did you bring quite a few fun times on the Twitter base. I completely forgot you were even run by Twitter until they decided that they no longer needed you. Let us begin. On a lighter note, greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K, and welcome for the next edition of the KayCast. Apologies in advance, but if you're listening to this, there's a chance that I might be dividing this one up, because we got a huge chunk of Sun and Moon info, and I'm actually trying to stall for time so I get as much experience of Pokemon Go with the new update before I talk about it. So this audio clip is going to be dedicated to what I've been up to and some Amiibo stuff. And the next one, which should be coming out this week, just a few days later, will be dedicated to Pokemon. First with the Pokemon Go update, and then of the latest Sun and Moon trailer that came out just today as I'm recording this. Too bad that it won't be out for a few days yet. Like I said, I just need some time to manage my thoughts. I'll try to get it all in one video though, even if it comes a little later, so if you're watching this on YouTube, I just was rambling for nothing. As for my current online schedule, I actually managed to put my butt down and edit some Chibi-Robo Ziplash, so I got a few videos of that set. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything else for the week, so it's just going to be that. Although, at this rate, I might have to upload 2 Chibi-Robo Ziplash videos the following week, because that's the week we finish up World 5. And the boss video might be a little short on its own. It's passable. It's about 9 minutes. I'll take another look and decide then. As for what I've been up to, well, I finally did it. I completed a Pokemon League in Pokemon Blue. And that's all the Pokemon stuff I really did. Though it's nice to see everything build up to one single punchline that you're probably seeing on screen now. Otherwise, I encourage you to check out my Miiverse, which is under Jackie K, so it shouldn't be too hard to find to see what I mean. Yeah, if you've been watching the videos and didn't notice the note, I've actually been using Miiverse for a lot of the visuals of the games I've played. I try to keep it vlogged up every now and then. As for other things I did, last night I got the urge to play For Glory for no reason, although I shouldn't say no reason. I was watching a Smash montage, and that obviously inspires me. Whenever I seem to watch one of these types of videos, I always get this urge to play Smash Brothers on my 3DS. And besides that, well, there was a time that I had a huge urge to play Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire because I watched a video of that. But unfortunately, I realized I did not have the game. I could have sworn I did. But I'm probably either not looking for it well enough or sold it a long time ago. And I have done a little bit of virtual console stuff too. For one, because I couldn't find that Pokemon Pinball game, I ended up just playing Kirby Pinball instead. It's not as great. I remember, and I know I saw how in-depth the Pokemon Pinball was for Ruby and Sapphire. And man, I still want to play it. Although just today I also did a little bit of WarioWare, like not even 20 seconds. I've actually reset it back to where my save state was because I'm on this level with the huge city, and if you fall, you lose so much progress. I just reset to get back to where I was. One of these days I'm going to sit down and actually beat that game. At the very least, beat that level. It's not as hard as I'm making it out to be. I just haven't had a good chance to sit down and play it for more than 5 minutes at a time. Oh yeah, Splatoon! I almost forgot. That's another game I've actually picked up again recently. Let's just say a certain LP that's been going on. It's really got me interested in the game again. Sorry, I think I had something stuck in my throat. Yeah, Splatoon. I don't think I've played it since the very last Splatfest, which I can tell you was way before this whole KayCast was even conceptualized. But I'm glad I got back into it. I'm probably not going to be able to play it too often because any spare time I have is going to be focused on trying to beat the Pokemon games, but I'm probably going to be showing up there every now and then. For those of you curious, my weapon of choice is the bucket. I think most people call it a splasher, but I will call it a bucket for the end of the time, because it's a frickin' bucket. If you play Splatoon, you know how it works out. Most of the weapons you actually shoot out ink, but the bucket, you just swoosh it out of a bucket. Half the weapons are even shaped like buckets. There's no room for debate here. Though before the bucket was released, I mained the roller. So a couple of those rounds I actually went back to using it. Especially since one of my favorite weapons, or should I say my favorite sub-weapon, is this teleporter they have, where in the game you can jump to a player at any time, but these sub-weapons give you a one-time jump to any location you place them down on. More so useful in some of the ranked modes than the main turf war mode, but I wish more weapons had these teleporters as a sub-weapon. If there was a bucket that had a sub-weapon, I'd totally main that weapon. Yeah, I'm kind of the more unconventional player. As I think I said in the past, I'm not really a fan of shooters, and that's probably why I gravitate towards these weapons that aren't really shooter-based, but I will confess, Splatoon is a shooter game that I actually enjoy. Enjoy hearing the words shooter and enjoy in the same sentence. You won't get to hear them too much from me. But I think that covers everything that I want to talk about in my life. Let's talk about things that you guys are interested in, like Amiibo news. While we're still waiting on the next wave of Amiibos, I do think there's some interesting things that came up. One, we got a new trailer for Mario Party Star Rush on the Nintendo channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link you directly to it. Otherwise, if you search for it on Nintendo's YouTube page, it shouldn't be too hard to find. Unfortunately, nothing too remarkable with Amiibo functionality came out of it, but it did confirm some things that people were talking about before, including how in the Toad Rush mode, you scan in an Amiibo and it replaces the Toad. Everything else Amiibo news related is kind of on shipping deals. Best Buy actually has a lot of good Amiibo deals going on right now. There's some of them being offered as low as $2.99, if not $4.99. I even think Captain Falcon was one of those Amiibos. Give me 1 sec and I'll double check. You know, shoot, that must have been a flash deal or something, because now, of course, they're all back to normal price. I swear I saw them for as low as $4.99. And the Tom Nook Amiibo was $1.99, and yet Tom Nook is back to $8.99. And the others are back to normal price, and this sucks. So much for a news story. You just got to witness a live reaction video of my utter disappointment instead. But hey, there's still something good going on with Best Buy. During the holiday season, from October 23rd to December 24th, free shipping. Not all items qualify for free shipping, but I believe I saw this listed on the Amiibo Reddit, so I assume Amiibos would count towards this free shipping deal. So there's something you want to get, but you don't want to pay the shipping and don't have enough stocked up on Amazon to qualify for their free shipping. There you go. Free shipping. No, I did not just refresh the page to see if they magically turn back to the low prices. What makes you think that? But on the tangent of discounts, if you do have Amazon Prime, not the normal Amazon, unfortunately, you can get any of the Mario Series Wave 2 amiibos at a discounted pre-order price. They're currently at $10.39. Although if you haven't used up your free trial of Amazon Prime, I believe that works too. Which wouldn't be a bad idea, because on top of the whole getting discounts, getting free 2-day shipping, they also started a program with Twitch, so you end up supporting them as well when you do an Amazon Prime. If you have a favorite streamer, you can subscribe to them for a month. Now, you can't accuse me of self-promoting here, because I'm not a Twitch partner. Though, if you really want to use that free subscription on a Twitch channel, I can give you recommendations. So yeah, I will probably be considering that, because I'm still looking into getting Wave 2. I actually would have gotten them from Amazon if it wasn't for the fact that they ran out of pre-orders, but I guess they're opening them back up again. That's good news on its own. Last thing I put in the Amiibo news category, even though it was more Nintendo related in general, and it just caught my eye while I was browsing the web, so I wanted to share it with you guys as well. There are some Amiibo and Pokemon related things in here, so I thought it would be worth it. This story comes from Good Old GameSpot, and its main headline is Nintendo sales went down this year from the previous one. But if you read it and go into more detail, it explains everything that may go up, reasons why it wasn't as high as last year. So I'm just going to skim through the footnotes I took. Essentially, sales dropped from $1.9 billion in 2015 to $1.3 billion in 2016. And it is worth noting that these financial years are recorded from April 1st to September 30th. At the very least, that's where the 2016 year was recorded. Things that helped Nintendo's profits include selling the Seattle Marine baseball team, which I didn't even realize they own. But they don't anymore, even if that was the case. And increased sales in the Pokemon series software, especially outside of Japan. And the article even states what some of us may already suspect: Pokemon Go is a good cause. A very definite suspect in this increase of sales. But who didn't see that coming? Sales of the 3DS went up to 2.7 million units. Unfortunately, it didn't say how many units they sold the previous year, just said it went up. And Wii U sale consoles dropped from 1.1 million units to 5,600,000. Geez, I wonder why. And most related to Amiibo. Amiibo sales themselves have dropped down to 3.8 million for the figures and 1.7 million for the cards. And it's believed that this is because there's been a decrease in the games that support Amiibos, which would make sense. There haven't really been too many major hits this year in general. A part of the article even states how Nintendo assumes a major factor in this decrease in sales includes a lack of hit games that reach the level of Splatoon and Super Mario Maker from the previous year. That's right, Splatoon is a year old. Happy birthday, Splatoon. Last but not least, custom Amiibo. So, I realized when I did the video that I forgot to actually put a photo of the custom Amiibo progress I made. This week I didn't really make too much more, but I did clean it up a bit, so I'll try to remember to put a picture up this time. Otherwise, I do posts on it over on my Instagram of Jacket K of JACKITKIY, and on the Facebook page I manage under that same name. Once it's done, I'll post it elsewhere. But enough about me, let's just get into the real meat of this section. Custom Amiibo Showcase, where I browse through the internet and pick out a few favorite custom Amiibos I've seen throughout the week. I mostly did a quick look today, but I still found quite a few interesting things worth sharing. First, over on DeviantArt by an artist by Den dash is, like Dennis with a dash right in the middle, 17. And he did this really cool custom of Zygarde, the 50% form for us Poke Geeks. Though it has a few of the cells of Zygarde on the background too. It's really nice. I really like the base as well, but for as simple texture-wise it may be, it looks really nice. And I encourage you to check him out right now. Secondly is Megaman Amiibo recolor, done by Am and Kosu. Their name sounds familiar, so I've probably featured them before. But this was a commission they did and posted the result on DeviantArt. And I guess it looks like a Megaman OC, but it's real nice and clean. Simple yet elegant recolor. And I cannot sing enough praises for it. Again, if you want to check them out and see this for yourself, I'll include a link on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're listening to this elsewhere, go to DeviantArt and look up Amanda and Kosu. AMANDKYO-SU. And it should be one of the more recent customs they uploaded. Last but not least is actually a set of pictures done by Micah's Collections. They've done a few Halloween amiibos as well, but I really want to focus on the pop culture ones, mostly because I wasn't sure at the time if they were custom amiibos or custom Funko Pop. I'm not too familiar, but if it's not the figures themselves, I really like the lighting he pulled up for the pictures. I would go right to Instagram and look up Micah's Collections, MIKOUS, and then the underscore, for lack of a better way to describe the character, Collections. And it looks like he does quite a wide variety of custom amiibos and pop figure customs. And that's going to do it for this first part of the KayCast. If you're listening to this, stay tuned for a couple days from now where I actually go into the Pokemon related stuff, include the new Sun and Moon trailer, and Pokemon Go news. If you're watching this as a video, and notice that it still has quite a bit of length to go, just stay tuned, and I'll get into that in a sec. Again, I've been Jackie K. If you enjoyed what you listened to today, I encourage you to like this on Podbean. I know I can say that because I still haven't figured out how to make things work on iTunes yet. If you'd rather follow me on social media to keep up to date with the things I do, there are several ways to do so, including the ways I mentioned before, as well as my Twitter of Jacket Stuff, Facebook page exclusive for video updates and audio in this case of Jacket KLPs, JACKIT LPS. And if you want to keep up to date with my art, there's all those art links I mentioned before. Until I can meet you in hopefully a few days, take care, okay?